my name is Elle. I'm a cross-stitch artist and designer here on TikTok, and today I'm going to be answering Annie Mae's question. When you're looking at a cross-stitch pattern, what do you do if the center does not have anything on it? Do you go up or down from the center to start? So to start with, there are a couple different ways that the patterns might be marked to show you where the center of your piece is. My patterns are actually marked in two different ways. One is going to be with this red line that shows you where the cross, and that's going to be your center mark is. And another way that's very common is by these little triangles that show you what the center row or the center line is for your piece. So as you can see, the center lines that are designated are going to be in between stitches, but the center row might actually be an entire row that is marked off. So how you show the center of that on the back of your piece, if you're doing one of those little pencil grids or just like marking where the center of your piece is on the back, is going to be a little bit different whether you're marking a whole stitch that's on the back or just the center line on the back. That might sound a little bit confusing. Let me show you what I mean. So let's look first at if we are following this center line, and this is going to be the mark that we make on the back of our piece of fabric to show where the center of this piece is going to be. I'm just going to use this little scrap of fabric. So the way we would mark that would be to find the center by folding our piece in half, making a little mark, and once we find, and then folding it the other way and making a mark that way. So in the center, we will have something, a little mark that looks something like this, a little plus sign that looks just like the little plus sign that we have here that marks the center of our piece. Now, if we are going based off of these triangles, you can see that these triangles are actually pointing to an entire row, a whole row of stitches rather than a central point. So if we trace both sides of these rows all the way down, we're going to get a little box around this stitch, and this stitch is actually the very center stitch of our piece. So the way we can denote that on the back of our piece is by pretending we are tracing both of those rows going each direction to, this pencil's a little thick, but to surround that center stitch. And that's how we can do a different kind of mark. Now, the third kind might be if this arrow is pointing directly at a line like this, but the other one is pointing at a row. We could also denote this by doing outlining this direction, but then only having one going that direction, or vice versa, like that. So different little demarcations. You just want to make sure that whatever style you use, you're matching what is shown on your pattern. I hope that helps, and happy stitching.